Okay, so hopefully everybody can see and hear me all right. Yeah. Let me know if you can't at any point. Just message me or send a chat, and I'll find out what the problem is. So, yeah, let's begin by jumping around a little bit. Just get more. I know Dawn's like toast, you know how that would be like burner on, but we might not all be in that situation. So let's bounce on the heels and just shake the body a little bit, Lisa. So shake out the wrists and the elbows, the shoulders, bounce around in the knees and notice how your knees are feeling tonight. Excellent. Lovely. Start taking the arms up, still bouncing on those heels. Just warming through the body a little bit, just behaves that much better when it's warmed through. And come all the way down again. This time bend the knees into a little squat. And start to squeeze the glutes as you push your body up again. Take the arms high. Still bouncing, you might feel it in those ankles now, the back of the heel. Come down again onto the knee, down to the knees. So squat a little bit, knees, and just bounce into the knees. Gentle squat, just bouncing, switching on these muscles here, just for the knee joints. And squeezing the bum to push yourself up again. Well done. And just shake out your legs. Perfect. We're going to warm the upper body before we start to use bands. Remember, you can have a drink anytime you like as well. So we're going to take the arms forwards and the palms are coming up towards the ceiling. So your arms are at shoulder height, the palms up towards the ceiling. And you're simply going to push forward so you're squeezing the chest here. So squeezing the pecs and stretching the shoulders as you push forward. And then retract back. So show you sideways angle. You're pushing forward, extending the arms, so you feel a lovely stretch around the scapula here. And then you're pulling back, but you're not pushing your body back. So you're just pushing the shoulders right back in their socket, so to speak, squeezing that pencil between the shoulder blades. Let's do that a few times. It's just that push and pull motion. We're keeping the elbows soft, don't lock out the elbows. Keep them nice and soft and just notice how your shoulders are feeling. They might be tight. They might be a bit looser, depending on what you've done in your day, really. So just push forwards and backwards. So it's sort of giving you a little massage, if you like, the muscles that are around the shoulders. So gentle forwards, backwards. Now, if you need to, shake out your hands here, your arms, because you're going up into, imagine that I've given you two dumbbells, one in each hand. So you're going to extend the arms out and what you're going to do is lift those dumbbells. So I want you to imagine you've got a grip, you've got a weight. So it's the biceps here, so bicep curls. I want this muscle here in front of the arm. I want that to really contract. So as you contract this, so you bend your elbow, slightly here. And as you contract, your fingertips touch the shoulders here, but the elbows in line with the armpit. And then let go. And let's do that again. So retract and really squeeze into the biceps. You'll be squeezing into the shoulders a little bit. Try to have a little bit of give there in the shoulders. So you do take it in the biceps more. And then when you retract, and you just let go of the tension. And then pull in with some power in the arms. So you will find the muscles around the scapula, they'll start to switch on and do this work if your biceps aren't. So try to think about the biceps, so the muscles at the front here, rather than the muscles here, which often contract in this movement, okay? So we're just trying to isolate the muscle grip. Bring it in and squeeze. I mean, obviously you can do this with dumbbells, either or really, or couple of tins of beans or a couple of tins of soup. They can do it, any added weight can help, but to be fair, I think you can contract those muscles quite easily without using those implements, and just use your own body. So breathing in, breathing out as you curl and contract and feel those biceps pinging out like Popeye's biceps. Lovely. And the last one here, so squeeze and release, let it go. Give those arms a shake out. Wonderful. Now what we're going to do is take our hands in a diamond. So we've done this before, and it's like, I suppose, scalping the back of your head, is a way of shaping the back of your head. So a little diamond here, take the arms above the head, and then push back. So you retracting back here again. So the body stance itself Soft knees, tailbone tucked under slightly, so you've got strength in the back, pulling up the pelvic floor so you're strong in the body here. And then pulling back with the arms, but watch the head doesn't poke forward. So the head sits nicely on top of the shoulders, chin parallel to the floor as you push back. Now you might not be able to clear the head, don't worry if you can't. Just try to pull down as if you're trying to shave the back of your head. So what we want to concentrate here is the tricep muscle, that's this one here. Okay, back of the arm, your bingo, is it bingo wings? I call them something like that, bat wings, whatever they are. So watch your body's not arcing though, watch you not going into this position, because this can sometimes happen with shaving the head. So keep the rest of your body stable and just pull down and squeeze into those triceps and then bring it back up as a release. Breathing in, breathe out. Remember, you can shake out those arms anytime that you need to, anytime you get fatigued in your arms and your shoulders. Watch any shoulder damage, so don't fatigue in the shoulders. Lovely. You're breathing in, breathing out as you pull down, then push up, release, pull down, and push up, release. Last one here, pull down, and push up, release. Let go of the arms and give them a nice shake. Shake the elbows. So we're going to get our belts now and our flexi belts. So if you've got one that's looped around, that's fine. But if you haven't, just tie a knot in right at the end of the belt. So some of us have got really long ones, and you might, if they're really long, you might need to double it out. If they're long, really long and very, very stretchy, you might need to double it over. Otherwise, your arms will be out here. Okay. Make sure the knot's towards the back, and the band is around the wrists. Yeah, or wrists or hands. It doesn't really matter which there. But make sure if they're actually on the wrist, that the wrist is stable. We're going to bring our elbows up to shoulder height. So with my band here, you can see that my arms are set just inside the shoulders. Yes, about that. That's what you want. And then we're going to pull apart. Now again, make sure that your body's stable. So you're tucking under the tailbone, your feet are distance apart, and you're pulling up in your pelvic floor, and the centre belly button pulls back a little bit to engage the core, because otherwise you will feel this in the back as well. So we want you to push away with the arms. So just want you to push away and then bring it back. Push away and bring it back, keeping the elbows at shoulder height. So breathing in, breathing out. Come and have a closer look. Perfect, lovely. So you can feel this on the outside of your arms. I hope you can anyway. I'm getting hot now. Lovely. Breathing in, breathing out as you push away and bring it back. Push away and bring it back. Good. Make sure that you, if you find it tough, use that breath through your mouth. Blast to there. Yeah, beautiful. And relax the arms a second. Yeah, just shake it out and give the arms a rub if you need to get rid of that lactic acid that sometimes builds up and gives you a little bit of fatigue. So just make sure that you're doing that. Lovely. So we're going to do something similar, but we're going to move the band down now. So we're going to move it round the elbow, so much lower down. So take your arms all the way in. Again, have the knot facing you so it's not on a joint or anything. And fan your band out if you can, so it's not too much pressure on joints. And your arms are in the same position. So you're still shoulder height, sorry. Okay. And then again, you're going to make sure the rest of the body's stable, so everything is tight in your body, including your core. So breathe in, push away, and bring it back. So you're working some strength now into the shoulders, you'll feel, but also you'll feel it in the pecs and the chest. So have a little practice at this, because you tend to find if you start to relax the muscles in the back, the muscles in the pecs start to get tight. If you relax the muscles in the pecs, then the shoulders get tight. But you tend to find, because lots of the movements we do, and I mentioned it before, are forward movements, you tend to find that your pecs are a bit stronger than your shoulder muscles. So I like to think that this is working more into the shoulders than it is the pecs, although the pecs will get involved. So breathing in, breathing out, keeping the core strong still, because it will affect your back. If you've got a weak back, it lets you switch on that core. So breathing in, breathing out. And again, using the breath. Blow that breath out if it gets too intense. Wonderful. You're doing a fantastic job. Part it and let it go. If you find your bands a bit loose, just make the knot a little bit higher up, yeah, to make a little bit more resistance. If you find it's too easy, and likewise it's too difficult, then slacken it off a bit. Let's do another 3 here if you can. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Let it go. Give the arms a shake and a rub. Okay, if you need to give the arms a rub, give them a rub. We haven't quite finished yet though. So we're going to the same movement, and this time I'm going to raise the arms above the head. You have to just be careful of blood pressure here, blood pressure issues. So if anybody feels a little bit dizzy, nauseous, lightheaded, then stop, bring your arms back down again. Okay, so what we're going to do is take the hands high, this time above the head. The palms are facing inwards towards each other. And again, we're going to part. Now you find this a little bit tougher this time, okay? We're going to part and then release. Part and release. You're going to feel this all the way down from the forearms right the way up to the shoulder. You'll feel this in the outer arm. The part and release in the abductors, the work in the arms. Excellent. And remember, you're keeping that pelvic floor pulled up, the belly button pulled in, so you've got strength in the spine and the back, and it doesn't ache your back. So keep the arms extended, breathing in. So you can't just realise you can't see my band, I beg your pardon. So breathe in, breathe out, release. Stretch apart and release. Keep the arms lengthened. You're doing really well. You will be feeling these probably in the morning, because arms, as we mentioned before, it tends to be a bit of a weak spot in most people. So if they do ache too much, then obviously give them a good old stretch out. We'll do that in a second then. But just make sure that you stretch anything out that gets a little bit sore and you feel that you fatigue the body. Excellent. Push away and release. Push away and release. Let's do 3 more here. 3, 2. Now on the last one, if you can hold it apart. Hold that strength. So you can hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Relax. Let it go. And shake it out again. And again, walk the shoulders if you need to. Give the arms up if you need to. Do what you need to do. Wonderful. Okay, so let's leave those for a second. What we just stretch out the arms and the shoulders. So just simply interlocking the fingers here, taking them forwards and pushing the hands forwards. Drop the chin to the chest and just feel this gentle stretch around the upper back and the shoulders. Excellent. Then we're going to just take the arms. You know, the body's not following. We're just going to pull the arms slightly over towards the right side, so you get a bigger stretch now underneath the shoulder blade. And then pull the arms the opposite direction without moving the body, just the arms. Excellent. Keeping the chin tucked in, obviously. And then coming back again. Let's take the arms up and turn the palms over. So as you're pushing up towards the ceiling, have a lovely big reach and a lift through the body. Just have a little side bend here as well, just to take any fatigue that's crept into the body as well as the arms. Excellent. And then bring the arms up and drop them down. Take them here now. They're behind you and interlock. Let's have a nice wide stance now. So a nice wide-legged forward bend into what we call an adaptation to charity pose in yoga. So we pull our hands down and we pull our shoulders back, so we stretch the pecs. And then we lead with the chest as you lean forwards and lift those arms up and over. You'll feel a lovely stretch now in your hamstrings. So feel the arms stretching over, but be careful of any shoulder damage again. Don't go too far if you have shoulder damage. In this position, if you can, bend alternate knees and start to soften up through the lower body. So feel the adductors and the hamstrings, the glutes stretching here. Breathing in, breathing out. Keeping the arms lifted, you'll feel that you've softened up a little bit. Take them a bit higher if you can. Excellent. And then come to the centre. Drop the arms and hold on to the elbows. And let the body just stand up into a forward bend. So if you're allowing the spine to really stretch out and breathe. Excellent. Let the arms go, bend the knees and start to squeeze the pelvic floor as you roll up through the spine, bone by bone, and roll the shoulders backwards a few times. Well done. Step it in and have your penguin feet on as we do our plie today. So working the lower body a little bit, giving our upper body a bit of a break. So with our lovely tall stance, so tall through the body, so lifting through the spine, chin parallel to the floor, tailbone tucked under a little, you're simply just going to bend the knees. Now make sure the inner thighs need to be, the inner knees here need to be really squeezed at this stage. Your glutes as well, your hamstrings will start working, especially on the push-up. So use those glutes and hamstrings, squeeze there to push up. You start to strengthen through the glutes, which helps support the knees and the hips. So let's bend again, using the power of those quads. You'll notice if you've got a weaker side or a stronger side here. And again, squeezing those inner knees as you pull yourself up and push yourself down again. So all this muscle here, the stretches from the inner knees, it goes whoops all the way up here to the hips. That's the muscle that you're working, that quad muscle. So all quad muscles, and that's the one we want to really work on, this one. Squeezing into your glute, lead muscle, your glute max muscle, and push up again in your plie. And we'll lower it down. Let's do some arms now. I know we've probably had enough of arms, so if you have, you can leave them down if you like. But you know, I like to hold the bucket. So interlock the fingers, hold your bucket, so you've got a lovely big round circle in the arms. And this time as you push down in your plie, making sure that the tailbone is down here. And again, even in your plie, watch that your knees aren't coming all the way over your feet, okay? So push that the buttocks away here, but make sure that you're not sticking your bum back, that it's tucked underneath, so you're strong in the spine and the abs. Let's have a little pulse here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze the glutes as you push up again. So you should have felt that muscle there. Could everybody feel it? Nicola could, because she gives us a good arm rub. Yeah, brilliant. Because you're going to do it again. Okay, let's do that again. So hold your bucket again, so interlock the fingers, so a nice tall stance here with the body. Sink down with those knees again, squeezing those inner knees, tuck under the tailbone and pull in that pelvic floor. So you feel tightness here as you pull your belly button back. And hold it there. So remember, you're pushing your bottom down rather than your knees forwards, okay? And let's pulse the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there if you can. Well done. Hold it for further 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. The 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for the last time if you can. The 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And squeeze those inner knees, the glutes as you push up. Well done, guys. Well done. Shake them out. Shake them out. So as we get closer to Christmas, you've got to work hard, much harder, obviously, to make that excuse to eat lots of Christmas dinner. Okay. But well done for that. Well done. That was tense. That was. But we're going back to the band now for a second. So again, you need your loopy bands. And we're going to loop the band this time around the ankles. Again, watch that, not either at the back or the front. Now, if you like on this one, you can hold a piece of furniture. If you have a tendency to have balance issues, then you can use a piece of furniture or a wall or something that's stable to stop you leaning forwards, because you can quite easily lean forward. First of all, the first movement we're going to do is all about strengthening your legs and your knees. is a straight leg. So we want two straight legs. A straight leg that's standing and then step behind with the opposite leg, still straight. So put your hands here and try and feel if you notice that your body starts to move a little bit. So I want you not to move your body. So what you're going to do is squeeze your glutes, your hamstrings, and obviously all the way down the back of that leg as you push the heel away. So keep the heel flexed. So try not to lean like this. If that's the case, hold on to a wall. Okay, because it is easy to lean. I might even be let me have a look. That's not too bad. Okay, so if you can do what I'm doing, that's fine. So let's just push here and squeeze. I'll turn around so I can see what you do. So push back, squeeze and bring. Just put your toes back down. So squeeze back, toes back down, but don't bring the feet together. So you're keeping that momentum. So it's just tapping the toe, squeezing back, keeping the knee nice and straight but not locked out. You'll be feeling, you should feel that glute cheek really working now. Yeah? So remember, you've got loads of glute muscles. They should all be engaging on this one for sure. So breathing in, breathing out. So really helping to support the mechanics of the body, which is the hips really. So get that right and usually everything else follows suit. So it really is good to work the hips and the ankles there. And realign your walking, so your posture. Well, that's a good posture. So breathing in, breathing out. So let's do another 4. Do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bend the knees, shake it out, give the thighs a slap if you need to, whatever you need to do, yeah? Let's do the other side. So nice and stable on the opposite leg now. And again, use that furniture. Don't be afraid to use the furniture if you need to. If you're suffering with your back, you might want a much looser hold on that band, okay? A nice softer hold and don't be too harsh on yourself. So again, nice upright body, standing tall. Grow tall and don't sink in the spine or the hip. Grow tall, so you're stretching a little bit in the hips as you do this. And then flex the foot and go back and then tap the toe on the floor. So you're squeezing the glute, the hamstrings. And again, you're trying not to rock that body. So breathe in, breathe out. Again, holding the furniture wall if you're a little bit wobbly. Well done. Feeling. Noticing if this is your stronger side or your weaker side. Everybody's got a strong and a weak side, especially where you're concerned. Breathing in, breathing. You're really looking down. Excellent. Let's do another 4 here. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Bring it down and again, wiggle around what your body needs to do, yeah, to get comfortable. Keep the feet where they are though. Keep the band where it is. This time, again, watch you're not going to push yourself over sideways. Again, stabilise with some furniture if you like. So this time we're going to kick outwards. So we're going to work the outside of the thigh, your adductors here, and into your hip flexors up here. So make sure that the legs are in line. They're not coming forward, they're not going backwards. They're just in line with the hip here, and your body stays stable. It doesn't kink over. It's quite hard. It's quite hard to keep your body upright on this one without moving that upper body. You just feel that outer thigh. So you should contract the muscles of the outer thigh then. Lovely. Breathe in, breathe out. You just lift and lower. Lift and lower. Well done. Lift and lower. Keeping nice and tall in the body. Remember, you're not sinking into the joints. Keep nice and tall. And use that breath. It gets tough. Yeah. Oxygen is definitely required whenever you do band work. Lovely. Let's do another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Again, have a little wiggle around, especially if you know that's your dodgy side. That's my dodgy side. Okay. So let's do the other side, and arms as well. You can shout them as well if I get fatigued sometimes. So let's do the opposite side, planting the feet on the opposite foot, engaging those core muscles again. And we're going to lift out and in, and again, watch you not pushing your waist over. So especially if you're leaning on your weaker side, that tends to happen a bit. So breathing in and breathing out, you just lift and lower, squeeze and lower all the outer thigh. That's where we want to be working here. the outer thigh, and particularly the hip flexors. Breathing in, breathing out, you're doing well. Excellent. Just do a few more here. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And again, bend the knees, give everything a wiggle, particularly that lower back. One more here. Okay. Now sometimes this is going to be like a kickback one. Okay. This is definitely going to work probably your lower hamstring muscle here. But sometimes I find this band rides up your legs if you don't stand on it. But we'll see how we get on. So you leave your band where it is around the ankles. And what you're going to do is come onto your toe at the back here. So your knees are level here. And then you're just on your toe at the back. And then you're just going to kick up. See, that rides up a little bit. Sometimes I find that might be better if you stand on the band. So sometimes works better if you can perhaps get underneath the arch, if you like. So you're securing the band with the arch, and you can see that. And then you kick up because it'll hold then. If you got it around your ankle, sometimes it'll ride up, you see, depending on how high you lift your legs. See how I get on? So keeping the body stable again. You're always pulling in your belly buttons. You're tightening here in your pelvic floor. So you lift and lower, but with a bent knee this time, so bent leg. Watch out cramp. Sometimes cramping is common on this one. Just make sure everybody's got me. Yep, brilliant. Breathe. Breathe in, breathe out as you do. Try not to lean forward. Good. Try to keep it stable as you can. You'll feel the calf muscle tensing on this one. You'll definitely feel the lower part of the hamstring on this one, which is all good for the knees. Excellent. And breathe. Let's do another 4. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. And again, shake out anything you need to shake on. If you've done what I'm doing, just swap it over so it's underneath the foot, the ridge of the foot, or you can just keep it around your ankle if yours is staying stable. Okay, so opposite side again. We're going to transfer the weight onto the other leg. Stretch up tall, belly button, pelvic floor pulled in, and then we kick back, bending the knee, and down again. Now watch, when you're bending your knee's not kinking all over the place. It is nice and stable, and your heel is going directly behind the leg. Yeah, you're lifting up and down again. If your balance is out, use a piece of furniture. Breathe in with a nice stable furniture, not one that walks around the room. So would be a good idea. And don't forget to breathe. Use that breath, the power of the breath. Remember, in Pilates. A bit confusing when you're doing bits of both, Pilates and yoga. With yoga, you tend to just breathe through the nose. So Pilates is very puffy through the nose. You breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Try to keep tall, remember, try not to sink into this hip. There's some good supporting work on that hip. Let's do another 4. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Let go of that band. Shake out the legs. I was quite kind to you there because we didn't pause and hold you. Yeah, so, yeah. But you will feel that one. If you can't already, you'll feel that one. Because that's a weak spot. They often get down there, to be honest, to strengthen that part of that hamstring. So it's really good that we've done that. But you are going to feel like those legs need a good stretch out. Am I right? Yes, mine do. So yours must do. So we're going to breathe in, lift out the body. Let's have a forward bend. But this time we're going to have feet hip distance apart for this one. Push your hips back and your body forwards, bending from the hips. So let your body dangle to start with, taking any stress out to the back, you should let the vertebra just separate here. Hold on to your, or rather interlock the fingers here, and just draw a half circle around the feet with the hands. So nice and loose, keep the head tucked in, the neck lengthened, unless you've got those more pressure issues in the case you might want to keep the head lifted. And just feel like you're taking any stress from that spine. Or the hips, give the hips just a little gentle stretch this one, keeping the knees soft at this stage. Then keep still in the centre. If you've got the flexibility there, place your hands on the floor. If you haven't, just hold on to your ankles or your shins and bring your chest in as close to the thighs as you can. Put in that lovely forward fold. Well done. And breathe, don't hold your breath. You can wiggle your knees a little bit, alternate knees if you're very tight, which you may be after that activity, to be fair. Then breathe. Lovely. And then we're going to bend the knees and come all the way down onto our knees. Lovely. Using a blanket under your knees if you need them. So if you need cushioning, then cushion or double over your mat. Grab yourself a drink as well if you need a drink. So, everybody all right so far? Yes. Good, brilliant. Gosh, I felt that last one for sure. These weren't too bad, but definitely felt that last one. Okay, so what we're going to do now then is come into a right angle. On a box position really, on all fours. So your knees are directly under the hips, and when you look back your toes, you can't see them because they're behind your knees. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders, and you're gripping the mat with the floor, so as you're taking the stress out of the wrist. Cushion the wrist if you need to, put something softer underneath the wrist might help. So we're continuing that theme with strengthening the hips at the moment. So I want you to keep the body as stable as you can. So pull the belly button in so you're nice and strong in the core and the pelvic floor. And start to lift the knee outwards at a right angle here. As you can see that from that picture. So just lifting here to a right angle and then dropping it down. Watch your body's not wavering everywhere when you do it. So you literally lift and lower. So just like a dog lifting its leg up a post. Yeah. So it's just lift and lower. Can't take that thought away now. I've planted it, I'm sorry. Lift and lower. Well done. And just concentrate on that lift and lower. Now, if this is too much for your wrists, then you can come down here and do the same movement on the forearms. Okay, it's not quite as effective as you won't get the same range of movement, but if you're wrists in agony, then it's probably better you do that than suffer. So just lift and lower, just nice right angle. So on this last one, we're going to hold the leg up, and then we're going to extend the leg out. Then bend again and lower it down. We do that again, we lift it up, we extend it out, we bend it again and we drop it down. Now watch, this arm isn't bending here. Okay, so you're keeping your arms stable. So you're trying to keep the body as stable as you can. It will move a bit in this one. Try to keep it as stable as possible. So breathe in, breathe out. As you lift, extend, and then lower. And just carry on repeating that movement. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Last one here. Lift, extend, bring it back and down. Wonderful. Let's lean back on the feet or high kneeling if you can't lean back on the feet. Just give the wrists a little shake. Let's see one or two of you suffering a bit with the wrists. And just turn them a few turns one way and a few turns the other. Spring the fingers open and closed. And then we'll repeat on the other side when you're ready. Again, cushioning sometimes the heel of the hand sometimes helps. Again, in your box position, make sure you start with your knees hip distance apart, and we just simply lift and lower at a right angle. Staring down at the mat so the spine stays aligned and your neck doesn't start to ache. Well done. Breathing in, breathing out, and keeping that belly button pulled in. So you want some stabilisation here through your core, as well as lifting, working the hip flexors. So you're feeling those muscles working in the hip as you lift and lower. Well done. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. Just go to your own pace here. There's no rush, just to your own pace. Let's, on this next one here, as we lift, we extend, bring it back and take it down. Lift and extend, take it back and down. Continue. Again, try not to bear too much weight just on the one side. Try to keep the weight distributed evenly. Breathe in, breathe out. Lovely. Lift, extend, bring it back in and lower. Lift, extend, back in and lower. Last one here. Lift, extend, back and lower. Well done. Let's go into child now to take it out the back and just stretch through the glutes. Now in child, if this is too much for you to sink down here because of your knees, then take a big puffy cushion and put them behind the legs here. Fold your blanket underneath the arches at the tops of the ankles as well. Stretching forwards, push those arms as far forward as you can. Drop the head, tuck the chin in so you lengthen the neck. And push that bottom as close to the heels as you can. Extended child's posture. Lovely. And then inhale, uncurl the spine, bone by bone. Roll the shoulders and flip yourself over onto your back. So we're going to do bridge and starting over the core. Bruna's joining me today. She's doing a down the dog again. So let's just bring it down here. Better. Okay. Hey, Luna. Out the way the camera then. It's all the morning. Okay, so lie on your back with your knees bent, your feet and knees are hip distance apart. And then you're going to bring your hands and they're coming in front of the chest. So you're going to bring them from a start position here as your palms are together and the fingertips are pointing up towards the ceiling. Wait a second, Susan. That's a good girl. And then what we're going to do is we're going to keep the line here of the eye. So what you're not going to do is this, curling. So you don't need to do a crunching, curling in the shoulders. It's a chest lift, that's what it's called, a chest lift. So with your hands directly in front of the chest, you're going to push up. Just move my dog. Oh, there, Luna. That's it, okay. So you're going to pull up, look at the ceiling. So you're not tucking the chin in. There's still the same gap when you lift your head to when you lower your head to the floor, if that makes sense. So you're lifting, pushing up, so you're squeezing your pecs here now, and you're lowering that back down. So your rectus abdominis muscles, these core muscles here are high up, are really tensing. So you push up and you lower it down. Push up and lower it down. Now make sure that you're pausing for a couple of seconds. Please have a watch. Pausing for a couple of seconds in between the lift. So lift, pause a few seconds, and then lower it down. So you're doing it nice and gracefully, that lift and back down again. Make sure you're breathing. Your feet should be hip distance apart here, guys, not together. Because sometimes if they're together, it doesn't make it easy. I'm just saying. And breathe and hold your breath. I think Luna's telling me it's dinner time. Nobody's said. Lift and squeeze and lower. Now watch your neck on this. If it does ache your neck, then use your hands. You just use one hand as the reach. Use the other hand to support the neck and the head if it's too much, because I'm well aware that sometimes it can tense the neck. Now breathing in and breathing out. To make this the last 3 here. 3, 2, and 1. And roll back down. Lower the hands. Excellent. And just turn the head just from left to right, just to take any stiffness from the neck. Lovely. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lift and lower the legs. So we're going to straighten the legs out. In the left, you've got a poorly back. If your back is sore, then just bend one knee, okay? Because this is core work and it's not great for those with the poorly back when we do core. So make sure that you're tensing before the off, okay? Before the off, I want you to imagine you've got a bodysuit on or something, pair of jeans that goes all the way up here towards the breastbone. And I want you to imagine right from low down in the pelvic floor, you've got that zip and you start pulling up the muscles. So imagine zipping all the way up. Feel the tension now all the way down through the core here. Keep that tension on before you move. So either one leg bent or both legs straight. You're going to lift up. You're going to hold your leg at the back. You're going to pull twice as you lift your upper body up to meet your knee. So you pull twice here, then you let it drop. And you do the same on the other side. It's the same with the leg bent. You do exactly the same here. Except if this is too much for your back and you know you're suffering with back problems, then do the lift of the leg using your core strength without lifting the upper body. So I know there's one or two with back issues, that's why I mention it, so especially those that maybe having a recording. So breathing in, breathing out, lift, pulse twice, and then lower it down. Either both legs extended or one knee bent. Make sure that you're lovely. So when you've got that pressure, when you double over that's when you need that out breath here. And the in breath is on the roll back down again. Re-energizing the body and then using that out breath just helps that little bit more to maintain that pressure in the core. Lovely. So you're getting a double whammy here because you're getting a lovely leg stretch after doing our last exercise there. We were tightening and strengthening the hamstrings, the lower hamstrings. This is a nice complementary stretch for that part of the body. Well done. Watch you're not tensing in the shoulders are relaxed. All the work's being done by your core. Well done. Let's do one more here. And then lower the leg down. Well done. Stretch the whole body now. Point the toes and point the heels. Point the toes, point the fingers away. Lovely. And then bring the arms back to the centre. We'll flip ourselves over now onto our belly. So we have heel beats today. So equally, this is working your core, but this is the 360 degrees of our core, remember? But also strengthening through your back now, so giving you some great back support on the heel beats. So let's just tease the body first. That's the first stretch we've done on our front. Now, first of all, we're going to just do this one by taking our hands there. Take your hands wider than the shoulders, palms on the floor. Relax the toes unless you've got a cramp, you need to tuck them under. And tuck in the chin. Breathe in, lift the head up, roll the head up and push against the floor here. Pull the hands back slightly so you're getting a little bit of a lift. So just the sternum really, just those low, you can feel the ribs on the floor, they're just about. And the rest of there's not much pressure on the rest of the ribs. So you're getting a lovely middle back stretch here. So your thoracic spine having a nice big, flex back really. Stretching that mid-body, which needs it after your core activity. And then lower it back down to the floor. Okay, so just wanted to release that off the back a little bit. Now with the hands, you can take your hands, one folded on top of the other, if you like, and just turn your head so your cheek's on there, or you can tuck your chin in so your forehead on the hands. Make sure if your cheek's on the hands, that you turn the opposite way as well, so as you get both sides halfway through. So what you're going to do is just lift one leg first of all and squeeze the back of the hamstring, again, the back of the knee, the calf muscle and the glute. And then lower it back down. It's a nice straight leg. And then lift the other, just teasing the body again here, just prepping the body really, lift the heel beats. It's quite strong stretch, so do be careful with your back. Drop the foot down again. Now if you can, you lift both up. Then you turn and point the toes out and the heels come together. So you're banging those heels together. So you're tapping the heels together. So you're really going to feel the glute muscles on this one, but also you're going to feel it in your lower back. So do be careful on this, okay? Just do what you can. So breathe in, breathe out as you tap those feet together. Squeezing. The inner thighs are squeezing. The back of the hamstrings are squeezing. And definitely glutes are squeezing here. So breathe in, breathe out. Let's do another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax the legs. It's quite tense, that, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll have another go. You knew that was coming though, didn't you? I'm not letting you off that lightly. It's too close to Christmas. Okay, so if you turned your head, as you had your cheek on the one side, make sure you turn it now so your cheek's on the other hand, so you get the better of a good rotation both sides. And then let's squeeze the core, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the back of the hamstrings, inner knees. As you lift the legs, nice straight legs, lifting from the hips. This might be enough for your back, just lifting and lowering here if you've got a poorly back. If you want to, turn those feet out and tap the heels together. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done. Take the hands under the chest now. Push yourself back and stretch your glutes. Okay, so let's walk our knees. I couldn't remember what they're called then. Walk your knees. Make sure they're nice and wide with your big toes together, so you're getting in the thigh stretch as well as the glute stretch. And then sink back onto the heels here. Yeah. Push your hands forward so you're stretching your lats as well. Chest is down to the floor and then drop the head on the floor. And just relax here just for a second. You open up through the back. So it takes any tension, this one, away from the back. Again, you can sit on a cushion here between the calf muscle and your buttocks if you need to. If your knees are a problem. Excellent. And then walk yourself back all the way and sit yourself down onto your bottom again. Stretching the legs nice and wide this time. So that's it. Bring your back in now so we can see you better. Lovely. So nice and wide. Let's flex the feet so as your toes are pulled in towards you and you're sitting up nice and tall on those sit bones. Lovely. Let's take the arms out to shoulder height and feel like somebody's lifting the crown of the head, so you're stretching your spine nice and tall here. Lovely. And then rotate the body. So you're rotating the body so as your right hand is over the top of the right leg, parallel to the right leg. And then pushing up through the body, it's going to literally move sideways. So you're not bending down, you're not reaching for the toes here. You're just moving sideways as if the top part of the body is different to the bottom of the body. Lovely. And then pulling back again. And then rotate again so as your left hand is on the left leg and just push across. So push across with the shoulders without touching the toes. And then bring it back in. So just releasing the back a little bit here. Just do that again. So rotate, push across, and then bring it back up again. Rotate, push over, and pull back up again. And then back to the centre and drop the arms. Lovely. Take the hands onto the knees now. Lift out the body again nice and tall. Keep the head lifted and the sternums coming forward at the chest. So breathe in as you breathe out with the nice gap between the ears and the shoulders. Reaching forward with the sternum, keeping the head lifted to look at the camera. Slide your hands down towards the toes and just let your body start to fall forward. You will feel a lovely stretch now, that centre back. So we've worked a bit of strength there as well. So breathe in, breathe out. Now, if your hamstrings really, really pull here and they're really too tight, you can support yourself with a couple of cushions or a couple of blankets or towels underneath the knees if you need to bend the knees. On every out breath, you can relax your feet now. They don't need to be flexed, by the way. And you can just drop your body down. So just see how your body feels. And this is giving you a lovely inner thigh stretch. Nice hamstrings as well. Glutes, lower back. And upper back actually. So breathe in, breathe out, and just relax, relax, relax. Good. And then roll yourself up, bone by bone, slowly coming up, lifting the head last of all, roll the shoulders backwards a few times, lift the knees, give them a wiggle, and bring them back to the centre. Beautiful. Let's stretch the hips a little bit now. So Let's take our foot and place it to the inside of the knee, but if you can, take it across to the outside of the knee, as long as it doesn't pull your hips up off the floor. If it does, then just keep it inside, okay? And then we're going to, if you can, you're taking the crook of your arm around the knee here, so you're giving your thigh a hug, but if that's a no-no for you, just your hand there's fine, okay? Then the opposite arm reaches up so you get some height through the spine. Drop the hand behind you so as it's close to your buttocks. From this angle, just close here to your buttocks on the floor. And if you can't reach, maybe a block of cushions there. Then lift up before you twist. Twist from the hips and then rotate and look over the shoulder. So this is the hand that's on the floor. That's the shoulder that you want to be looking over. Okay. And breathe. Don't hold your breath. Okay. Pull the thigh in a little bit more if you feel like you need that bigger stretch, okay? You know your own body, you know how it feels. Sometimes when it's softened off, it'll allow you to stretch out a little bit more. You'll feel this stretching through your hip flexors into your lower back. And then come back around to the centre. Let's do that again, the opposite side. So bending the knee, placing the foot across. This side might be different. If it does lift you up, take it to the inner knee, yeah? Wrap your arm around if you can. If you can't, just your hand here. Lift the arm up, take it down behind you. So it's in the centre of the spine, close to the bum. And that allows you to push up. So it allows you to go from here to a nice tall spine. Rotate then from the lower back all the way around and over the shoulder. You get this lovely rotation through the whole of the back and the spine. Well done. So you're looking over the hand that's on the floor. That's the shoulder that you're looking over. And breathe, don't hold your breath. Lovely. Then inhale and bring yourself all the way back round to the centre. Let's undo the legs. Give them a nice shake out. Excellent. And just walk your shoulders backwards and forwards a couple of times. Lovely. Grab yourself a drink. You did really well and it relaxed. It went really quick, didn't it? Relaxation time. So make sure you're nice and warm for relaxing. Hydrate yourself. I've even got my Christmas smoky socks. Jenny's not on. We can pair fluffy socks and Jenny's here. And breathe. Breathe and relax. I'm going to drag the camera a little bit closer to me now so you can hear me a bit better. So you might want to put some softer, slower music on, or no music at all, again, I know quite your household keys. And yeah, you can dim the lights, cover your eyes if you like, get into the mood and the swing of things. Bye, Claire. Okay, guys, so making yourself as comfortable as you can. And let's tense all the body to start with. So tensing from the feet, drawing the toes towards you, pushing the heels away and pressing those knees into the floor. Let's make a tight fist with the hands and raise the arms a few inches off the mat. Start to tighten through the arms and bring the shoulders into the ears. Squeeze your buttocks and press your ribs and your upper back into the floor so you tighten through the body. Tighten all of your neck and your throat. Screw up your eyes, wrinkle your nose, purse your lips and frown your forehead and tighten the muscles under your hair so everything is rigid and tight. Then take a lovely deep breath in. As you breathe out, go, let go, release that tension. Have your arms nice and relaxed, just a few inches away from the body with your palms turned upwards, relaxing the fingers into the hands. Feel your upper body just beginning to let go, to relax, release any tension. And slowly turn your head from the left to the right to take any stiffness from the neck. Bring the head back to the centre, lift the head off the floor and tuck the chin in so you lengthen the back of your neck. And then allow the head to roll back onto the mat. Make any adjustments that you need to get your body in a comfortable place. So feel free for you to wiggle, to shuffle, to bend your knees, do what it takes to get comfortable. And then concentrate on your breathing. Notice your breathing. Notice this cool air as it enters the nostrils, the journey of the air, the back of the throat into your lungs. Let's fill the air right from the bottom of the lungs, expanding your belly. And then exhaling. Imagine that you're exhaling away your toxins, a grey smoke leaving the body. Let's take the breath a little bit higher up into the ribs now. So inhale nice and deep, focusing on the journey of the breath. Let's fill that air right just past the belly button now, so halfway. And then exhale away that stale air. Now lift the air right to the top of the chest without moving the shoulders. So inhale. Inhale a beautiful bright light through the body. Let's lift that chest, open that chest, move through the ribcage. And then exhale again as if it's grey smoke leaving the body, your toxins leaving the body. So your body starts to feel more refreshed with every deep inhale that you take. Notice what thoughts are going on in your head as you continue your deep breathing. Maybe you're thinking about work, family, events, things that are happening around you, previous conversations, family and friends, whatever it might be at the moment. Doesn't matter what it is, just notice the thought is there and just let the thought pass and allow your mind to be vacant and just think of the moment. Just think, just these precious few moments left to yourself. Enjoy it. And continue that pattern of breath. And just breathe in, breathe out, but start to soften the breath a little bit more. So not quite as demanding, quite as deep maybe, but just noticing the breath. Taking your awareness all the way down to your feet and feel your feet and your toes begin to soften, ankles soften and relax. Let's feel the knees begin to relax and the thighs, and feel your legs growing heavy to the floor. Notice your hips and your glutes and soften your lower body now. Feel it deepening into the floor as you soften your lower body. Begin to relax your fingers, your hands, and your wrists. Feel your arms growing heavy with relaxation. Notice your belly beginning to soften and your rib cage relax as you let go of any stress and tension. And feel your chest start to grow soft and relaxed. Notice on every out breath how relaxed your back is to the floor. Feel as if when you're inhaling, you're lengthening your spine. And as you exhale, you relax your spine and your back muscles into the floor. Notice your neck, your throat, your voice box. Start to relax your voice box. Relax any tension in your neck. And feel any tension in your shoulders simply melting into the floor as you let go of any tension in the joints of the shoulders or the shoulder muscles. Feel your eyes relaxing, your brow, your cheeks, your nose, your ears. Soften your mouth and your jaw. If your jaw is tight, just wiggle your jaw from side to side to loosen up your jaw. And then relax your mouth and your tongue. Notice if you're holding tension in your scalp and start to relax the muscles under your hair. And feel your head growing heavy with relaxation to the mat. Feel your whole body now is really relaxed. Letting go of any thoughts, any tension. And just enjoy the moment. Just for a few more breaths. Start to notice any sounds within your room. Any sounds outside. Start to become aware of your mat and where you are. As you breathe in, imagine energy flowing in your body. And on the out breath, start to pour that energy down into your limbs, towards your feet, towards your hands, to your body, to your head. And start to feel your body a little bit more alive, alert, awake, re-energized, renewed. Let's bring a little movement to the fingers and the toes as you wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Then stretch your body any way you need to stretch your body. Anything that feels it needs stretching out. And then relax, bend the knees. Rock your knees from side to side to take any tension from the hips, from the lower back. You might want to bring those knees into the chest and just circle a few circles anti-clockwise and then a few circles clockwise to get rid of any tension. Again in your back and hips. Roll over onto a side that's comfortable to you in a fetal position, supported by your hands and arms, and allow yourself to slowly become aware, awake and more alert. And then when you're ready, pushing yourself up into a seated position, keeping the palms of the hands together and give the palms a lovely breath. Keep it warm, feet and energy through the palms. Take the palms over the face and eyes and start to massage the hairline, massage the jawline, with the neck and the shoulders to squeeze to bring the blood pressure. Take the arms out to the side of the body, take a lovely deep breath in, stretch up nice and tall, and a big sigh. And again, big breath in, and a big sigh out. And give yourself a little bit breath. Well done, guys. I'll just stop the recording. No, that didn't stop. Second. Hang on a minute, guys. Sorry. Doesn't want to stop. There you go.